My name is Mia. I'm 28. I live in a tiny studio apartment in Austin, Texas. The kitchen is so small, I keep my blender on the windowsill. My alarm rings at 4:45 a.m. I drink black coffee, no sugar, put on my running shoes, and head out into the dark. Every single day. 5 years ago, I weighed 95 kilograms. I hated mirrors. I hated photos. I hated the way my clothes felt. I worked a dead-end customer service job, answering the same angry callers for 9 hours straight. I ate fast food in my car between shifts because it was the only thing that numbed the ache for 10 minutes. My boyfriend at the time looked at me one night and said, "You've really let yourself go, Mia." Those words lived rent-free in my head for months. They still echo sometimes. I started with walking, just walking. 10 minutes at first, then 20, then an hour. I was too embarrassed to be seen exercising, so I went out at 5 a.m. when the streets were empty. One morning, I tried jogging for 30 seconds and thought I would die. My lungs burned, my legs shook. I stopped, bent over, hands on knees, gasping. But the next day, I tried again. 35 seconds, then 40. I failed every diet I attempted. I gained the weight back twice. I cried in dressing rooms when nothing fit. I cried in the shower. I cried on the bathroom floor at 2 a.m. eating cold leftover pizza straight from the box. But something stubborn inside me refused to quit. I started posting photos on Instagram. No filters, no flattering angles, just me, sweaty, red-faced, in oversized t-shirts that still smelled like yesterday's workout. The first post got 12 likes, mostly from my mom and one cousin. I didn't care about the numbers. I just needed to see proof that I showed up. I kept posting, weekly updates, monthly progress pictures, honest captions. Today, I hated every step. Today, I cried after mile 3. Today, I ran my first 5K and threw up at the finish line. People started messaging me. "How did you do it? Can you help me?" I had no qualifications, no certifications, just my own messy journey. But I answered every single message. At 26, I quit my job with $800 in my bank account and zero safety net. I started offering one-on-one online coaching. My first client paid me $50 for a 4-week plan. The second paid the same. I worked from a folding table in my living room at night after my day job. I studied nutrition late into the night. I learned how to program workouts. I filmed form videos on my phone in my cramped apartment. I made mistakes. I gave bad advice sometimes. I refunded people when I messed up. I cried again, different tears this time. Tears of fear that I would let someone down. The third year, everything shifted. I hit 65 kilograms. I ran my first half marathon in 2 hours and 18 minutes. I posted a side-by-side transformation photo and it went viral. 40,000 new followers in 1 week. Suddenly, I had 200 women on a waiting list for coaching. I couldn't keep up alone. I hired my first coach, a girl I used to train with at 5 a.m. We rented an old warehouse space and turned it into a small studio. We started group classes. Women showed up nervous, just like I once was. Some could barely do 10 squats. Some cried after their first push-up. I watched them get stronger. I watched them stand taller. I watched them believe in themselves for the first time in years. One woman told me after 6 months, "I look in the mirror now and I don't hate what I see. Thank you." I cried in the bathroom afterward, happy tears. Today, I have a team of 6 coaches, a waiting list that stays full, a studio that smells like sweat and coffee and possibility. My Instagram has over 180,000 followers, but the number I care about most is the 2,347 women who have finished our 12-week program and told me, in messages, in person, in tearful hugs, that they finally feel proud when they look at themselves. I still wake up at 4:45 a.m. I still train with my own group at 6 a.m. I still climb the narrow stairs to my apartment. I still remember the girl who weighed 95 kilograms and believed she was worthless. Success didn't arrive the day I hit my goal weight. It arrived the day I decided the girl in the mirror deserved better than giving up. And every morning, when about shoes in the dark, I whisper the same thing to her. We're still here. We're still going.